We've seen a lot of strange things in the Amazing World of Gumball, like the spread of the joy virus that turned kids into zombies, the creepy clown who always appears in the background, or even hidden messages referencing other movies. But what if I told you there's something far more complex than all of that? Something called the void. It is one of the strangest, most mysterious concepts in the entire show, something that seems to defy all explanation. So today, we're diving deep into the story of the void, what it means, why it exists, and what terrifying secrets might be hiding inside. The story begins with Gumball and Darwin watching the girls practice cheerleading, and honestly, I don't think the girls even know what cheerleading means in the first place. Darwin starts predicting what's going to happen, and wow, it happens exactly as he says. Anyway, Gumball and Darwin's overly enthusiastic cheering ends up making the girls explode. But here's where things start to take a strange turn. There's something missing in this scene. The boys run into Mr. Small, who's now wearing a tinfoil hat. He tells them that someone named Genius has gone missing, the love of his life, and he believes there's something mysterious going on that's causing people to vanish from Elmore. But no one believes him, so Mr. Small thinks it's all part of some conspiracy. And the reason he's wearing that sarcastic, amazing hat is because it supposedly helps him remember the people who've disappeared. Gumball and Darwin head down the hallway, and Darwin starts to feel like something really strange is happening in Elmore. There's someone, or something, missing at school. And right then, Darwin notices a missing number on one of the school lockers. This is where things really start getting intense.
Something that used to be here at school, but now it's gone.
A strange line appears across the screen. Splitting the image in half, the two boys decide to investigate what's going on. They grab the school yearbook and start flipping through the pictures of the cheerleaders. And that's when they find it. Someone really is missing. It's like this person has been completely erased from existence. Gumball can't even remember her face, but finally, with great difficulty, he recalls her name, Molly. If you don't remember who Molly is, let's go way back to jog your memory. In the episode, The Pressure, we see a dinosaur, that's Molly, hanging out with her friends, having fun. Well, they were having fun until the boys showed up to show off their skills. That's when Cloud Lady suddenly seems a little excited. She tells the girls they should kiss the boys. Soon, the girls start talking about getting a boyfriend, even though it's all just lies. But Cloud Lady gets way too excited and tells everyone that Darwin is her boyfriend. To cover up the lie, she starts trying everything to get closer to Darwin. Honestly, it starts feeling more like a threat than a crush. Eventually, Gumball and Darwin meet up in Molly's treehouse so that Gumball can kiss Penny and Darwin can kiss Cloud Lady. I told you. Things are getting wild. Poor Darwin tries to resist in every way, but Cloud Lady is still way too determined. And since there's always someone trying to ruin a good time, Tobias and Banana Joe show up and try to cut down Molly's treehouse, which is basically her home. The tree begins to fall, and Gumball and Darwin are about to crash. A scene that can only be described as horrifying. And because the two are basically bundles of pure stupidity, Gumball thinks he kissed Penny, and Darwin thinks he kissed Cloud Lady. They both say it was an amazing kiss. Thankfully, the episode ends with minimal damage. But now, let's get back to our real topic. Gumball and Darwin begin searching for Molly, asking their friends if anyone remembers her. But it seems like no one does. So they return to Mr. Small and tell him he was right all along. The three head to the missing locker and begin investigating the cracks in it. Mr. Small notices something hidden inside. They find a picture of Molly standing in front of her house, and little by little, the memories start coming back. They decide to check if her house is still there. On the way, Gumball asks Mr. Small if he remembers what Molly was like. And all he recalls is,
let's see, she was boring, and, no, that's...
Yes, all he remembers is that she was boring. But here's what stands out. Mr. Small has a theory. He believes that Elmore is full of strange and different characters, ones that shouldn't exist because they're mistakes. And maybe, hesitantly, just maybe, Molly is one of those mistakes. After a very long walk, Mr. Small suddenly collapses without warning. And the reason is the same strange line they saw earlier in the missing locker. Except now, it's in a different place. Take a look at this.
But her whole house is gone. It's like the world folded in on itself again.
Yes, this exact spot is where Molly's house is supposed to be. But the world of Elmore has erased everything related to Molly, even her home, which raises a terrifying question. Where do all these missing characters and objects go? Maybe we're about to find out. Suddenly, the world shifts into 2D, and Gumball is sucked between the lines. Darwin and Mr. Small try to help him, but instead, they open a portal to another world. This new world looks glitchy, broken, distorted, and it has a name: the Void. A forgotten dimension, filled with all the unwanted characters, objects, even buildings. Everything here is strange, surreal, and rejected. But one thing catches my eye: this figure. I feel like I've seen them somewhere before. Maybe it's just my imagination. Anyway, Gumball and Darwin go looking for Molly, while Mr. Small sets out to find his true love, Genius. Eventually, the brothers find Molly's home, and to their shock, they find Molly herself, frozen. This is where we discover that the Void freezes time. Gumball touches Molly, and suddenly, she returns to normal and starts moving. She tells them she just saw them yesterday. But Gumball reveals the truth. Their last meeting was a year ago. Molly is trapped in the Void because she's been classified as an error. And honestly, after this scene, I kind of agree with the Void's judgment.
Pencils! I got red ones, I got blue ones, I got yellow ones, I got...
They try to escape, but the portal back to their world is starting to close. So they rush fast, but Mr. Small, still in his parallel dimension, is searching for his lost love. And the best way to find her? Simple. Use the phone. After a long search, he finds her. And honestly, after seeing his beloved, I think we can officially place Mr. Small in the same category of stupidity and absurdity as Gumball and Darwin. Turns out Genius isn't even a person, she's a van. Yeah, a literal van. The group climbs inside the van, but they don't have the keys.
Hell no, man. What the fuck?
So, what's the best way to start a car when you've lost the keys? Just kiss it. Darwin kisses the van. Of course, it works. They blast off, escape the glitchy world, and return safely back to Elmore. The friends succeed in saving Molly, but there's still one more mission. Warn the world about the horrifying dimension inside Elmore, and search for all the others who disappeared. But only seconds after they say this, the Void sucks in the hat. Now they've forgotten everything, because the hat was the only thing protecting them from forgetting the truth about the Void. And just like that, the Void remains a secret, at least to the people of Elmore. This episode was the first appearance of the Void, and now we know there's a hidden world inside Elmore, a place full of secrets and erased characters. After what we've seen in this episode, there are so many ideas and theories to explore. Is the Void just a world for forgotten characters? I really don't think so, because the Void in this episode and in other scenes appeared as a red line separating order from chaos in the Amazing World of Gumball. In many scenes, we see Elmore's reality shake or glitch, like in the episode The Signal. In that episode, the image broke and the sound disappeared. What's strange is only Gumball and Darwin noticed it, and they began to understand that the world they live in is not real. And in the episode The Disaster, Everything was collapsing when Richard tried to deliver the pizza and a eerie, temporal disturbance occurred, as if the world of Gumball was falling apart or changing, and it seemed like the Void had a hand in this because the world was gradually turning into the same design and appearance of the Void. All of this confirms one thing. The Void is not just a prison, it's the mechanism that maintains the balance of this strange world. Every time the characters get close to understanding its truth, or every time the world begins to fall apart, the Void sneaks back in to erase the error and absorb it into itself. It even erases the memory of anyone who tries to remember or mention that something called the Void exists. And that's what we saw in this episode, when the Void pulled the hats into itself. But there's a more obvious theory that I think has some truth to it, and it's inspired by the movie The Matrix. What if the Void isn't the problem? What if it's the guardian that ensures the continuity and survival of this world? And that's exactly like Agent Smith in The Matrix. The Void is the entity that doesn't have a human form, but rather a terrifying digital consciousness with one mission: to fix, it must first destroy.